Hi everybody, welcome back. Today we are going to be doing a natural foundation application. Did I say natural foundation application? How to make foundation look natural on your face. How to put natural foundation on your face. Best looking natural foundation application. Yeah, I like that one. My makeup routine has changed slightly. There's a product that was sent to me and I had to try it. So yeah, let's get into this video and I'm going to show you how I put foundation on my mature skin and it looks as natural as possible. My hair is growing back with a vengeance. It's growing in almost like 3 times the density it was before. Oh yeah, it's just wow. So we are going to start with my usual double serum. This one here. You're supposed to pat it in, but I always put it everywhere first and then I pat it in. And of course my face turns red. When I want a very flawless look, I use this. It's the Elemis Pro Collagen Rose Facial Oil. I got this in my BoxyCharm. I'm not sure which one I got it in, but I have been using it quite often. And what I found was that this particular one just, I don't know, it puts on my foundation so flawlessly. Like it's almost like a primer, but better. Again, I have dry skin, so I don't know if somebody with oily skin, how it's gonna work out, but somebody with dry skin, mature skin like myself, I have been using this and loving this. I put a few drops on my hand, like that. So like that was 4 drops. You got to work quickly because it just disperses so fast. And then this one here, I kind of pat where I want it. It's gonna it's gonna make me look really dewy. If you don't like fragrance in your products, this is not the one for you, because it smells just like pure fresh roses. And just pat it where you pretty much need it. And I pretty much pat it all over my face. Then I'm gonna go in with my usual, BB cream foundation type concoction where I put those two together, which I always do. In the winter time, always do that. The more moisture that I can have my skin bring in is just better for me. Like right now it is minus 30 again. We've dived down right into winter wonderland. It was beautiful last week, but it is super cold today, and I am going to be outside here and there, so I just want to protect my face as much as possible, and I find just packing on as much moisture as possible on my skin first before I put that layer of foundation, because for me foundation is a barrier between my skin and the outer elements. Always has been. If I go for a couple of days without wearing my foundation, even if I don't wear makeup, if I don't wear my foundation, I feel it. Like my skin just feels so dry and horrible. I work really hard to make sure that I've got that moisture in there and it stays. So this one here, I'm just gonna let it sink into my skin a little. And it has a little bit. It has sunk into my skin a little bit there. Then I'm gonna go ahead and put on my BB cream foundation concoction and just start placing that. And when you do this, like when you put your foundation on, it's gonna feel almost like it's moving around, which is okay. It's actually not. It's just that you've got this barrier of moisture already on your skin. Doing it this way with the rose facial oil, I find that it's just a whole different feeling. I'm going to take my Tati Blendiful and I'm just going to start tapping that lightly in. This is the part that I don't pull my Blendifull all over my skin. I don't want it to be pulled around. I want to tap it right into my skin, my pores. I want to keep as much moisture in place where I've put it. I don't want to move it around with the Blendifull, so I'm just tapping that one in there. And as you can see, like, it's not a full coverage, this situation here. You know, you can see there's not full coverage, but what I've done is locked in that moisture just a little bit, because I still feel very moist. The Blendifull has taken a little bit, but it's still on the surface of the Blendifull. If you guys have checked out the Blendifull, if you're using the Blendifull, let me know what you think, because honestly, I've been really happy with this tool, especially for mature skin. Very, very happy with it. Haven't touched my beauty blender since I've got this. I actually ordered 2 more. I thought I'd better order a couple more before they get sold out, because word is spreading about this product. I haven't seen any reviews for the more mature woman on the Blendifull. For me personally, like, I'm just over 50 and I'm loving it. Now I'm gonna go in with my foundation, and of course my thing isn't working. And again, it's the Anastasia Beverly Hills. I'm going to go in and just start placing my foundation where I want it. And again, I'm only tapping. Do not pull or drag or pull the Blendifull across your face. If you're using a beauty blender, same thing. Tap it. Tap it in. Basically, you want to keep the moisture where it is. And as you can see, I don't know if you can see that, but like, I'm very dewy because this product does give a lot of moisture, so very, very dewy. But I find that being dewy, then put on your foundation, just gives a more natural look to the foundation, the way that it sits on your face. And it also helps the foundation to sit in, because it is going to sit in those lines. If you have lines on your face, you know, if you're more mature and you're noticing there's lines, like your laugh lines, crow's feet, that type of thing, foundation is going to sit in there. I mean, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what foundation you use. It's going to sit in those little lines. And I find that, like, there are some primers that I do like, but I just find that with this one here, with the Elemis facial oil, I don't know, it just feels different. It is so much more moist, and I like the foundation application so much more since I started using this product. And as you can see now, okay, now I've got my full foundation on here. This color, I'm noticing, actually is now a little bit too dark for me. The winters up here can be cloudy a lot of the times. Like, the sun is out right now, but without the sun available outside for our winters, I do get very white. So I'm just going to bring my foundation down to my neck just to kind of even out that color. And then just down here, because I am very white right now. And like I said, I pretty much stay white through the whole season. Like, even in the summertime, I do darken up a little bit, but not that much. The hat's off to the foundation that managed to make it this far, because we are still in February. I will continue to lighten up a little while longer. I'm just going to go back in with a little bit of foundation under my eyes specifically, because this is my problem area. And a little more coverage, a little more protection. is what I want. And then I'll go in with Blendiful and just finish up the job. As you know, I don't use powders or anything on my face. No powders, no baking. At this point in my life, with with my fine lines and more mature skin, powder it just doesn't do it anymore. What I do is I use the Gerard Cosmetics Slay All Day Setting Spray. And as you can see, I'm gonna have to repurchase this pretty soon. This is what I use to set all of this to keep it in place, because I still feel like the moisture underneath, but it's not an uncomfortable, like it doesn't feel like it's gonna slip off my face or anything. I can just feel the moisture inside the foundation layer that I've put on my face. So I want to lock it into place, so that's what I'm gonna do. Now that I've done that, I'm just gonna let that all dry. Where's my coffee? Okay. Now I am done. So I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but I am very dewy looking, which is what I want today. I want to look dewy, but if you don't want to look dewy, if you like the matte look in your foundation, then take your Blendiful and just pat your face. It will actually make a mattified look for you, and keep it mattified. My skin is so dry that once I do make my skin look more mattified, it stays mattified. Like honestly, it doesn't move. So if you've got dry skin like me, use your Blendiful, just pat it all over and you will have a mattified look. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna do the rest of my makeup and I will be right back. So here is the finished look. Everything I used for my makeup, I will leave in the description box below for you. As you can see, my fine lines are there, but they're not real prominent. Like it's not pulled forward. My skin looks as natural as I can possibly make it, without the cakiness. For me, the game changer for the way that my foundation sits on my face is the Elemis Pro Collagen Rose Face Oil. Like I said before, I've tried a lot of face oils and really didn't like them that much. I mean, I like moisture. I like to pack on the moisture before I put on my foundation, but I just didn't find that I was really in love with any of the facial oils that I did have. But I find this one here, when I got it in the mail, I thought, okay, I'll give it a try. We'll see what it's like. And the moment I put it on, it just went on differently. It was, it almost like it sank into my skin immediately, but it was still prominent on my face as a moisturizer, almost as if it's filling in and moisturizing those fine lines and pores that I'm trying to minimize. I don't want to hide any of that, because honestly, you can't really hide it. If you want to hide that type of thing, you're going to have a big cakey mess on your face. So instead of trying to hide it, I just tried to minimize it. And with this product and my foundation and the routine that I do, I find that I get the best foundation coverage, as well as minimizing my problematic skin. That's what I do now. My skin routine has changed just slightly over the last month or two since I've been using this. I wanted to use it for a month or so just to use it daily, see how it was sitting on my skin, if it lasts throughout the day, depending on what I'm doing. I've been doing a lot of painting and, we're cutting boards, we're just building our house. And this is what I've been using on a daily basis. I find that adding this particular product to my routine has just made an overall difference for the way that it feels on my skin. I really do love it. That is my take on the most natural looking foundation application for mature skin. Now I gotta get out in the 30 below weather. I'm not looking forward to that at all. I'm gonna get out of here, and now that I'm all beautified, I'm gonna go and help Dee work on the house. Yeah. You guys have a great one, and I would love to see you back here for next week's video. See ya.